Good evening. I wanted to come on here today and explain my channel to everybody. Um, I definitely feel like the type of person I am explains my channel. It's all over the place. Kind of like it like that, being honest with you all. And I say that because I'm thankful that people have subscribed to my channel, but I also realize like I'm all over the place. So some people might not understand what they might get from my channel. I want my content to be open. I want my content to be about anything and everything because I love life. Um, I hopefully, by motivating myself to stay consistent with this channel, it also helps me to and continues to help me push myself to also want to complete different other projects in my life, like me completing a book that I've started writing. Um, home I'm in the process of trying to do like a travel agent type thing because I've always been interested in that. Like, what is that all about? Um, I also, if you have been on this channel, you know that I definitely in school. I definitely work. I feel like I do a lot of different things, and I just want to share who I am to the world because no, I do not think I'm special, but I do feel like my story can help somebody else. I'm a teen mom. When I became a teen mom wasn't popping on TV. VH1, is that what it was? Yeah, it wasn't cute then, when I became a teen mom. But, I always feel like in life, like, that wasn't my era. So it is what it is. But me being a teen mom has definitely helped me become the woman that I am today. And I always tell my sons that, and if anybody knows me, they know that, me being a teen mom, it wasn't the worst thing for me in my life, to be honest. It was actually the best thing for me in my life. Like, literally, being the best thing for me in my life. I can honestly sit here and say, not to get away from my page, but just giving you guys a little bit of more deeper insight of who I am. Marrying my first ex husband that I shared 2 kids with was the worst thing ever in my life. Yeah. My children, and let me explain this. I don't think I'm innocent. I think I'm a little off myself. That's why I attract the type of men that I have attracted in my life. I have been married twice. I've been engaged 3 times with 2 marriages. So one of those engagements ended in an engagement. So like my older 2 children, I was married to their father. I have a younger son that does not share a father with them. And I was technically engaged to his father even before I got pregnant with my son. And thank God I did not go into that and marry him. Thank God, thank God. And then I'm currently in the process of getting a divorce in my second marriage, and we did not share any children together. And by the grace of God, hopefully the child that he has in the world, he is now a father because he does not have any children. But we're getting a divorce. So, bittersweet. It is what it is. And I guess that's like, let's touch on that. Most people are like, "Oh my God, your husband's having a baby." I actually was really happy for him. Most people are like, "How can you be happy for your husband having a baby? It's not even your baby." Maybe I'm weird. You know, my ex helped me with my children. Being a single mother, my ex came into my life. My oldest child was 10, going on 10. Hold on, let me count because the baby was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 10. So it's like, um, I had been a single mother all that time, and then get into a relationship with someone that was interested in not just being with me, but also being a parent to my babies. And I was like super grateful for that from him. So I really, truly, truly, truly wanted the relationship to work, because I'm like, dang, the people I had kids with, like, they couldn't even want to like stick around even for their kids. So I was like really appreciative of somebody wanted to stick around, and like these ain't even your kids. So I feel like I would be a selfish woman, regardless of how my ex became a father. And I love kids. I don't give a darn how no child got in this world. I just said to y'all, me becoming a teen mother saved my life, was the best gift God ever gave me. You understand? Outside of always looking out for me. I don't know why I be asking God, he be looking out for me. But I feel like I wouldn't be a real person. I feel like I wouldn't be me if I wasn't happy for my ex, because it's like, I know why I didn't have children with him. If he don't know why I didn't have children with him, I don't know where he was at. Like, he should know why, because I was very, very blunt about me having children. I was never against having children with anybody in life. If they're my third child, like I said, I had my first two kids with my ex-husband. Then I had my youngest son with someone else that I thought maybe would stick around or be around for their kid, because we were talking about somewhat maybe being married. And thank God that did not happen. Thank God for my baby. Moving on. And so that was that was hard for me. And so after I had my young son, I got my tubes tied, because I'm like, I'm 23 years old. Like, let's go to that. I'm 23 years old with three kids, two kid fathers. Okay, one technically at that time was still my spouse, nowhere to be found. Haven't seen in years. Kids ain't seen him in years. Nobody seen him in years. Might get a phone call every once in a while. Might get a cuss out too. You ain't even seen this person. They're just blanking on you. You know. Yeah, I'm explaining my life. So when I got in my relationship with my soon to be ex husband, I made it very clear, like, there's stipulations. Like I said, I got my tubes tied when I was 23. I met my ex when I was 26. Okay. I'm now 37. And we've been separated for over a year. And actually, by next year, it'll be well over like years. And so either way it goes, I talked about that with him. One, I was not having any more children out of wedlock. Like, that wasn't. I don't care how nobody feel. I don't care. I don't care what I was out here doing in these streets. If my kids, because even though I married my older two children, my kids were still born out of wedlock. And then we got married. I'm like, I'm not doing that again. I did that already. I'm a strong believer. Like, I'm not going to keep repeating things. And then I'm not going to, especially not going to keep repeating these same sins. Because I love God. I do. And I don't care how nobody feel about me. I have my own personal relationship with the Lord. I love him. And so I try to do my best. So I'm like, no, I'm not doing that no more. And then after that, I had my youngest son actually married to a whole nother man. And that, when you go down there to try to go put your child's father on child support, right? Like, this is embarrassing. You try to go down there to put your child's father on child support, and they tell you cannot put your child's father on child support. Your child's father signed the birth certificate. Everybody knows that this is that man's child. But when you go down there because you are legally married to another man, you actually have to put your spouse on child support. Not the biological father, because you had this child. At that point, I'm like, yeah, I'm not. I'm not. That's embarrassing. I'm not. This is. And I know I'm ghetto. I am ghetto. We not doing this no more. Girl, get it. Like I said, 3 babies by the time I was 23. Married. Out here committing adultery, having babies out of wedlock. I already did that. So when I got in this next relationship, I'm like, we can have children, but there's gonna have to be some stipulations. Marriage is gonna have to be one. It took us 10 years to get married. He has a child with someone else. He didn't even give me opportunity to give him kids. Because the marriage didn't even work. That was number one. Number two, I'm not having kids if I'm not financially stable. My tubes are tied. One, it costs a lot of money to get my tubes untied. I'm not letting any person just untie my tubes. You got me twisted. I'm going to the top notch place, even if that means I have to pay for it out of my own pocket if that's what I choose to do. Because I don't ask nobody to do nothing for me. If that's what I'm gonna do, I'm not. I didn't researched enough. I didn't listen to enough people's stories enough to see what happens when you go to a place and they don't know what they're doing or they're not as efficient as somebody else. No, you could make yourself where I won't never be able to have kids possibly, even if I wanted to, even though my tubes tied is reversible. It's a possibility when I go. It's been almost 13 years since my tubes been tied. So it's a possibility that I can't have kids. I'm older now. I'm over the age to be having kids. Most doctors would suggest that women have children at 35 and younger. I'm 37, so I would be considered a high risk pregnancy, even if I wanted to have kids. I chose to make a decision in my life because I had to be a single mom. I had to put a lot of pressure on my family to help me with my kids. I made a conscious decision, not because I wanted to, because I feel like it would have been an irresponsible decision to continue to have children and ask other people to have to help me with them. That's not fair to your children. For me, it's not. And so it hurt. But my ex understood exactly this thing, and it was definitely possible. It wasn't like, oh, I was never gonna have kids with him. If they didn't line up, I'm not just out here just making babies, and I can't. I'm out here making a baby, but I can't pay my rent. No, I'm not living like that. You got me twisted with a baby and my almost 40s. I'm not. You got me twisted. I did that. My oldest child is 21. I done had a child with a man and then with a man. Or where the money at for the baby. Not because I'm looking for money for me. The baby got to eat. The baby need a room. I don't want baby in the room with me. We got to make sure this oh, no. Oh, nope. It's I got to make sure. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that to myself. And I will not do that to no children. If me and this parent can't sit down prior to having this child and literally plan out, are we going to send our child to college? Well, then we need to make sure we're starting to save a college fund for this. I need to be that kind of parent. I need to have stability in my life to have more kids because at 23, I did not have no stability. I was dumb. I was raising myself on top of trying to raise 3 kids. I gave up the things that I wanted to do as I should, because I tell any person, if you're selfish, don't have no kids. It's okay to be selfish. It's not okay to be selfish with kids. These babies don't ask to be here. So it is our jobs to get out here. I'm talking about and do what we got to do to take care of our kids because we brought them into this world. Anything other than that is unacceptable. And no, I didn't have to like live with my family, with my kids. I generally had my own place. And yes, I have been homeless a few times in life. And thank God, no, my kids were not with me. Like my kids always had a house to sleep in. Any like no matter what. And I can honestly say generally I have today, like, we've always had a roof over our head, no matter where we were at. So it's like I'm not putting my kid through being homeless ever. I was 23, having been, like I said, I had 3 kids by the time I was 23. Three. My oldest is 21 now. He is a father. And I'm gonna be honest, I the way my life is set up, like if my husband resented me because I didn't have no kids with him, that is perfectly fine. I'm not mad at you for it. It hurt. Because all you had to do is just be like, yo, I don't want you. I'm going to have me some kids, so I'm going to leave you. And I'd have been like, God bless you. I have kids. A, B, C, D, and E got to be met for me. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care. Leave. Then leave. I'm not 20 no more. I'm not 25 no more. I'm not at that age in my mind where I'm like, nigga, no offense. Maybe that wasn't a nice word. Let me go back. Erase that word. Dude. Yeah, I don't care who you are. I take care of me. I'm going to always take care of me. So I can make decisions for me. I like it. A lot. Totally a lot. A whole lot. I like telling myself what I can and can't do. I don't like nobody telling me what I can and can't do. That's annoying. And I've had so many people in my life try to tell me what I can and cannot do and restrict me and hold. I cannot ever be locked down the way I have been in my life. And the crazy thing is my kids never once locked me down. It was always a man. My babies always told me to be free. My babies always told me to live my life. My babies always told me to go for my dreams. My babies always told me, like, you don't ever have to be guilty for being you. Because them kids saved my life. They were meant to be my babies. I was meant to go what I needed to go through to end up in the places I needed to end up in to have them kids. Because the Lord knows, if I didn't end up in the places that I ended up in to have them kids, I don't think at this age I would have had kids with probably nobody. Like I used to feel like, oh my God, like I feel bad for my children. Like I feel like so bad for my kids because they don't have a father. Me on the other hand, honestly, like deep down inside, this is probably not a nice thing to say, but it's the honest truth, the God honest truth. I didn't care that they left. They're not good examples. They're not living right. You know, they're not living right. Like I'm just saying, they're not living right. Their lives are not capable on no level. If they had to take in their kids to take care of them, they can't. On no level. They wouldn't even be able to let their kids stay with them for a few months and take care of them on no level. They don't take care of themselves. They have habits that they're sick. They have habits that they can't, they're not capable to this day to take care. I wouldn't leave my kids with them, and the kids I have with them are teenagers and grown kids now, so I could actually leave my kids with them because they would be like, Mom, let me just tell you what just happened. Let me put you on the video. Look at this dude. We can laugh about it now. They're down there grown. And let me tell y'all, I wanted to have more children ever since I had children. I've never, even to this day, I've never not desired to have children. Like, I don't want to ever be in a relationship with nobody that'll be like, you can't have a child. At any, I could be 50 and be like, oh, you know what, babe, I want to have a baby at 50. I dare you to tell me I can't have a baby once again. Know why people want to tell me what to do. I don't like that. Like, you can make your suggestions, but don't tell me what to do. I need openness. I like openness. I'm not like really like a conform type person. I'm like very open minded to like life and letting people live and do their own thing. Whereas most people generally, in my opinion, really be questioning folks. Like really questioning folks about what they got going on. You know, like how they get that, I don't be caring. They got it. How they got it. Why should I care how they got it? I don't care. They got it. If I want it, then I got to figure out how to get it. So I don't have time to be worried about how you got it. If I want it, I got to go out here and figure out how to get it. So I don't have time. My brain can't focus on other people's lives. Now, it can, as far as like, I want to help people. I do help people. I, want to do different other things to continue to help people on a larger scale in life. But like overall, like I know what I'm a strong believer. I think Megan Good said this. I believe it was. And if it wasn't Megan Good, I'm sorry whoever did say it. And I'm not trying to ride off of famous people. It's just I realize that people more so listen to a famous person than a nobody. So it's like I didn't just say this, and if you think about what that person said, and I agreed with this person when they said it, and I was thinking it before they even said it out loud, but they have a larger platform. And so when they said it, I was like, ooh, girl, thank you for that. If something ain't for you, you ain't gonna get it. You ain't never gonna get it. Like this is why this is a one factor of why I really wanted to do this channel, because I want people to like stop hating on people. Stop worrying about what people do to get what they got. If you worried about if I'm gonna be honest with you, if I'm worried about if I'm like, oh my God, how did Rebecca get that? I'm gonna go ask Rebecca. Now, girl, I ain't trying to be funny, girl. But that's nice, girl. How you get that? And yes, I'm ghetto like that. I'm gonna ask you. How did you do that? Did you start a business? You working at where you work at? You working what career are you in? I wanna know. I'm gonna tell you. Sis, can you tell me what you do so I can get these coins too? And no, I'm not trying to take your coins. Like, look at all the NBA players in the basketball league. They all make money. You understand what I'm saying? And then more come and then they make money. So I don't understand why people feel like, I can't tell nobody what I got going on, because if I tell y'all gonna want to make that money with me, and then they gonna take my money. No, let me say something. If you sell anything, you have a business, anything, if it is not creating money, it ain't got nothing to do with nobody else having a business, because everybody already had the business when the other people started. You understand? There's the same. There's Wendy's, there's McDonald's, there's KFC, there's Bojangles, and then there's Cookouts, and some of these things have been there before others, and they're not stopping nobody. They can hate on each other, but why? They're right across the street from each other. I go to all of them. That's what I mean. It's we need variety, because everything can't work for everybody. So we need choices. You understand? At this age, they got a tropical the tropical smoothie place. I need that in my life at this point, because if I go to Cookout, I'm not gonna be able to leave my house for 3 days. I'm not gonna say it, but yes. So it's just like, people don't hate on people. I'm happy when somebody has something because they worked hard to get it. Or if they figured out a hustle to get it. I don't care if they figured out how to get it. Good for them. And if I want to know how they did it, can you help me? Teach me? And a lot of people tell me no. They be like, nope, because they be like, you might get out there and then all the help I gave you, now I ain't got. And I'm like, you know what? It's crazy, because all the people that I've helped in my life, everything I done gave them, I never thought like, oh, if I help them with this, they might exceed me. That's not a nice person in deep down inside. I want everybody in my life to exceed me if they can. In everything, even at life. If they can outlive me, please, because I love your behind. I don't know what kind of love people be having for people, but my love, I have came to that conclusion that my love is different. And I'm not saying that to make myself look like, oh, I'm just like, no, I'm an imperfect human too. I have mental issues and all that stuff too. But I love different than a lot of people out here in this world. And I'm not, in my whole life, I let people diminish me because my heart was so kind. I let people step and spit on me, literally. All because I wanted to help them. I didn't even like them like that because I'm a helping person. I am who I am. You understand? And that's why I have to, that's why I said to you earlier, you know, getting to know me. This is a getting to know me video, so it's a little longer, a little deeper, a little all over the place still, because that's how I am. But that's why I love God so much. Because you know, everybody has their own walk and their faith and their testimony and just in their life. But like for me, like my life, I was supposed to be through every trial I was supposed to go through in my life, every baby, everything that makes me cry in my life, I had to go through it. And there was always a reward on the other side. And at first I didn't see it. And now I see it because God makes it very clear to me. And I will never, ever diminish myself the way I have for 37 years of my life. Never again. And I ain't waiting to no new year. I'm now. Do not. If you thought I was crazy prior, do not come for me now, because the the strength that I have, that God gives me to persevere through my light so that I can have the lights that I have. Yeah, I'm not going to keep making the same mistakes and the same sins. I got to grow from within. And guys, he like, I'm right there with you as you praying and trying to figure your life, trying to get yourself together. I'm right there. I'm with you, girl. I got you. And because of that, I want to give that to the world. Because it's not mine to keep. Because God is so good in so many different ways. And people be putting so much on each other. And it's so sad because God is literally so merciful and forgiving. We can never be like him. But you guys have a good one. And hopefully you guys stay subscribed. Click down below and subscribe. Have a good night, you guys.